What's happening, folks? Welcome to another match reaction on my channel. This evening, hopefully, this goes better than the last one did when I had an audio issue, which didn't happen to got rendered out onto YouTube. To Man United's 2-0 victory over Palace this evening, which pushed United level on points again with Leicester after they won earlier today 2-0 by the same margin against Sheffield United. So, thoughts your game down below if you've watched the game or seen the main bits of the match yourselves. And also, like the video and subscribe and check out all the second channel stuff and the Twitch channel and all that jazz and everything in the comment section and descriptions and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, we're going to go through the major talking points in the game, my thoughts on it, and my views on the major incidents in the game. So, first of all, big surprise in the lineup, we had Fosu-Mensah starting at left back. Nothing against Fosu-Mensah, just been unlucky with injuries, really. And, you know, he does a crack. If my argument is if Phil Jones gets some of the opportunities of injuries, then surely Fosu-Mensah deserves a bit of the same. And yeah, surprising, very surprising. I was convinced that Dalot would start there. Maybe he thought the defensive side of Dalot is a bit of a question. Attacking wise, he's effective, or can be. That says to me that Dalot is done at United, in my opinion. You think about it, you've got Wan-Bissaka at right back, who's going to start. You've got Williams and Shaw fighting for left back. And when even them two are out, he can't get in the starting lineup. So that says to me that he needs to start looking at get on the phone to his agent and say, dude, get me a offer somewhere because I think I'm done here. I think he is done. The thing is, low, but just the way it looks, if that happens, the way it looks, unless it was just that one game before, it'd do better with him defensively. Then you look at the way United started with Tomine instead of Matt midfield, so only two changes. I wonder if United had won that game against Southampton, maybe more changes might have been made, but didn't happen. And United again was sluggish in the first half. They were very slow. First chance for Zaha in the first half. Good stuff right here. But we get onto anything. One thing, Palace looked okay tonight. They were in the game. They kept in the game. I think United played into hands a little bit. But it's now 6 games in a row now I've lost Palace. Palace always a weird side for me. Remember the big experiment trying to go to total football and they almost got them relegated. They're a weird team. I think if they lose Zaha in the summer, I think they could have real problems next season. But if they've got lots of the manager, he might be able to still grind the games out for them. So then you look at the rest of the half. United showed glimpses here and there. Green was off it tonight. Had moments here and there with a couple of counter-attacks that he didn't quite find the pass. But that's what I'm saying about United's right wing situation is, yes, Green was great out there, but we need to go and buy somebody else, whether that's Sancho, Kengi's under, whoever that may be. We need to go again. We need to go ahead and invest again, because if we don't, we're going to have massive issues with that, in my opinion. If Green gets injured, I don't think there's anybody out there United squad to replace him on that right hand side. And the first big call of the evening was the VAR non-decision for a penalty to Crystal Palace. I've seen it a couple of times and it is very marginal. But I've said it before and I'll say it again, they need to look at the tape themselves. Now, if he goes across there and says, well, I don't think it's a penalty, but then fair enough. I think it's definitely one of those where the referee needs to look at it again, I think. Now, they said, I think this is on BT Sport, that the reason why they didn't look at it was because or rule it or anything like that wasn't a clear and obvious error. I would like to know what a clear obvious error is. Not saying that was, but I'd love to know what it is. So I think United got away with one there potentially, or definitely got away with one there. And then, so many times in football this happens, United go over and score. Lovely turn by Rashford and place in the bottom corner. That was a big goal. It felt like for United, they were not playing well. They were very sluggish on the ball. They were very slow. I think at one point a journalist tweeted out that Ollie and McKenna would say to the guys, move the ball quicker. This team is tired. The leggy and the FA Cup could be a hindrance to us, but we'll get to that in a second. And in the second half, it was more of the same, really. Palace started really, really well in the first 10 or so minutes, and they got the equaliser, or so they thought. And when the ball went in the back of the net, straight away I thought, that's a close one at the far post. But could it be any closer than that? Now, people will say, oh, United got lucky with VAR again there when they're offside. Offside's offside, but it's a killer, isn't it? It really is. Even when United score a goal, you're looking at especially when it's like it's a scruffy goal, or it's a ball in the box, 5 balls, and guy runs in. You know what I mean? You're always hesitating a little bit, and it's not easy to get used to. Don't back of your mind, even when it's a legitimate goal, you're thinking, have they seen something that we've not seen, and they're going to pull it back for offside, or a foul, or a moving ball, or whatever, or some guy's left bollock is offside or something like that now. And it was a killer for Palace. But then, as the game went on, United were really starting to struggle, and he quickly made 2 changes. He brought off Greenwood, who I thought had a quiet game tonight, but he will have those. You know, he's a young player. He needs to grow into this team and grow, and he's going to have games where he's unplayable and he's going to drop offs, and that's why he needs obviously good quality rotation. And he brought a match as well. And the second match came on, we seemed to be a lot better in midfield. We weren't amazing though, and the second goal, was vital. Who's going to get it? Was it with them or us? Bruno hit the post from a great counter, and I thought it was in when he hit it. I thought this is in, because everything Bruno touches turns to goal at the minute, more or less. And then you think, and then I'm having visions back to the Southampton game when Martial and Rashford had good opportunities and missed them. But then the second goal came to a fantastic. People will credit Rashford for the pass, Martial, definitely. But the ball from Bruno is quality. It's brave and decisive. And that's the problem United have got when they have no Pogba and Bruno. They don't play those passes. Or real players don't play those passes, I should say. And a great finish from Martial. Unfortunately, though, a serious injury to Van Aanholt. I thought it was a head injury originally, but then it looks like he's fallen his shoulder and he's really in pain. So hopefully he's okay. It was one of those unfortunate. I think he's, as much as scored the goal, he's off balance, and then he's just fallen over him. It's a complete accident. And I hope that could be it. I think that's probably the end of the season, really, isn't it, really, I think. Hopefully it's just a precaution, the oxygen, but it looks serious, didn't it? And then United sort of settled down a little bit then. There was a iffy moment when Matic got caught out and Maguire couldn't turn, and Zaha got in great from De Gea. I want to say about De Gea, on point tonight, was really good with his saves he had to make. He kept United ahead and obviously missing important saves. So all the criticism De Gea tonight had a good game, in my opinion. I think he played very well. But Rashford went close. Bruno had half a chance. Lingard, I thought was going to score at one point, and Lingard had a chance to have a shot, and then I realised it was hitting the shot, and I thought it was never going in. This is it. Good save from Rashford's shot as well. And they just managed to get it really well. There was a more kind of game management than I've seen in the previous game, where we just kept whacking the ball away. But we did have a 2-goal lead at this point. But that, again, you see a difference, don't you? Obviously, 10 men is a factor in this comparison I'm about to make. Pogba and Bruno stay on to the end. We keep the ball and we win the game. Southampton, taking both off, we can't keep the ball. Even with 10 men, I think with those being on would have helped. Now, man of the match for me tonight, Bruno got it, and I'm kind of inclined to agree. Got the assist for the Rashford goal and made a great pass to Rashford again to get the assist on the assister for the second. But one thing that was very encouraging was Foster Mensah tonight. I felt he was solid. I don't think he was. I wasn't looking at Foster Mensah and being worried about his performance tonight. I don't know if he's answer long term, but I don't know. Maybe he could be United's right back or left back. I don't know. Your thoughts down below. Injuries worry me if it's a thing about him, but solid tonight. I didn't see anything that worried me really. But one thing that I did think this game definitely showed is United need to go again and invest in the summer. And I'm not talking about tweak. No, they need to go and invest in midfield again, because when we don't have Bruno Fernandes and Pogba on, we struggle, and we need to go again in midfield. Now we link with Thiago in the media smacks to me of Bayern trying to get a market going there. Grealish is where we need to add more midfielders in there, because as much as I like Lingard's effort, not for me. So a right winger and a centre midfielder or cam or creative midfielder need desperately, I think, still in this United side. And United are now still in their hands. You know, Leicester have got to play Tottenham. If Tottenham beat Leicester and we beat West Ham United, we're going into that game against Leicester in great position. But also Chelsea, we're point behind Chelsea as things stand. They've got to play Liverpool next and then Wolves. So It's all to play for. It's just, can we keep the energy levels up? Because Leicester City got a week off after the game weekend. We got Chelsea. The squad against Chelsea is going to be very interesting to see what he goes with, because that, as much as I want to win the FA Cup, this squad needs a rest. It really, really does. And this is where the recruitment comes into it in the summer as well to help with that. But good win tonight, bounce back. Could have gone another way. Palace, they'll probably think they played well in that game and didn't get anything. They'll probably be right. But yeah, thoughts down below, guys, in the comment section on that. I'm live tomorrow night on Twitch, so we can go talk about that game more in depth tomorrow night. My back, you've got to know, is a lot better. When I can bend down without it killing me, which is a good thing. So hopefully live tomorrow, unless there's some flare up out of nowhere, which I doubt it, because I'm not going to do all next few days, next few hours. Wilton United, good win, but still need to cut the rest of this out. But again, if you can win games not playing well, they always say it's a good thing, isn't it? They always say it's a good thing. So yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Leave a like and a comment down below with your thoughts on the game. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.